Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Hi, today's video I wanted to make a little different. I wanted to go over my finances with you and explain how in 2020, the worst year for everyone, I was able to double my net worth. But there's this one podcast, Optimal Finance Daily. This podcast was a huge help to me. They have like 1,000 episodes, and it's not exactly the same person. Like, they're just reading a financial blog post, and it could be like Mr. Money Man, some other people that are all about like budgeting, finances, stocks, 401ks, all this stuff that I never really understood before. Graham Stephan, and he makes a bunch of videos. He kind of makes the same video over and over again, but he posts every day, so it's like a nice reminder to keep on track and like stay focused on your finances. But he has some good videos that were just about like passive income. It made no sense to me, and I just wanted to try that out. Increasing your credit score was like, I didn't have amazing credit. I didn't have terrible credit either, but he definitely helped me improve my credit score. I'm also really interested in investing in the future thanks to him. It's very useful because it keeps track of everything for you. So I have Capital One. That's a bank account I got because Graham Stephan told me to get it. Then I have a health savings account with $12 in it. I don't use it anymore. Then I have an investing, Charles Schwab investing, Robinhood investing. I have a 401k, or it's a 401 alternative account. So it's like keeping track of all of my investing accounts, all of my cash accounts. And I have Capital One credit card, Chase credit card, and a Citi credit card. So, and I also have student loans, which is like the worst thing ever. But you can even put in like your car to see like how much money it's worth and if it's going up or down. I don't know if it keeps track of that, but so last year, the beginning of 2020, I started off negative $40,000. And as you can see, I went up to negative $23,000. So my entire worth of all of my assets, all of my credits and debits, they all totaled up to a $17,000 difference from the beginning to the end. Now, $17,000 is like what I made in 1 year. Like, most of the time, I don't make more than $20,000 in a year. So I'm pretty impressed at how much I was able to go to improve it in just 1 year. And again, so one of the first things I did, let's see, I started using this website, Personal Capital, in November of 2019. So let's see if we can go back then. So you can see it gets more and more accurate the more you use it. So like, see, I didn't have any data here, so it's not showing me anything. So I guess I started using the account in November. I put in all of my accounts, and it automatically updates, unless if you need to do like two-step verification. Let's see, back in November, or let's just look at that. Here. So in this month, at the time, I had a Chase checking account and a Chase savings account. I ended up getting rid of the savings account because it wasn't really giving me any interest at all. The Chase checking account I got rid of as well, but I did keep, I have the Sapphire Preferred with them. So you can see in November I had $9,000 in credit card debt, and all of that was on this Chase Sapphire. My student loans, negative $36,000, as well as an auto loan that was negative $4,000. So right away I can tell this auto loan, it got paid off. Now, to be fair, I didn't pay it off. This is actually a loan for a car that my parents had me co-sign on. So they drive the car and they make the payments. So this part I actually didn't do by myself, which is kind of unfortunate. I thought I did it all alone, but I didn't. And then this credit card debt though, this $9,000, I paid that off by myself. So that's very satisfying. What helped me to focus on paying this off was the interest rate on this is 20% interest, like 21%, and that was like the best interest rate. I did try calling, like some people say, oh, just call them and explain that you need help and they will make the payments lower for you or make the interest rate lower. They didn't do anything for me, but I did pay it off as quickly as possible. If I click on this and look at the last year, okay, so you can see this is just my credit card. That $9,000, I paid it off. It seems like I paid it off right in April, which I was really proud of. But then, as you can see, I had some trouble like establishing paying it off all at once and not keeping a credit on it. Like, you just get so used to using your credit card that you stop paying attention to how much money you're spending, and then you forget to pay off the total balance at the end of every month, and it just keeps piling up. But fortunately, it seems like I won the battle against credit card debt. So that 15% interest rate here, if you think of it as an investment with the 15% guaranteed return on your money, then it's like you're motivated to pay it off. Like you think, oh, why wouldn't I just get Robinhood and start investing my money? Well, Robinhood is like a gamble. You don't know how much return you're going to get. You could get 1% back, you could get 20% back. But with this, it is a guaranteed 15% return rate. So this was like the best thing that I did last year. January 2020 to December 30th. So here we have my checking, not a lot in it at like the end of the year. That's fine. Savings, $2,000, almost $3,000 in savings, so that's good. This health savings account, I've never had health insurance before, and I got a new job this year. I decided to try it. It turns out that health insurance is it doesn't work the way I thought it did. I thought you pay like $150 a month and all of your doctor bills are covered. And it's supposed to work that way with preventative care. But every time I went to the doctor, I ended up having to pay money. And I don't know why. I didn't do anything that wasn't preventative care, and somehow I still owed money. So I ended up canceling my health insurance, so I don't have health insurance anymore. So this health savings account is just what was left over. I got this Apex investment. As you can see, I don't use it anymore. I did get a Roth IRA account because Graham Stephan is like, you gotta get a Roth IRA and you gotta contribute to it. And I did, and I like it. It's good. I bought index funds. So this is the first year I've ever done investing. 2020 was a big year for investing and the stock markets and everything. And it was the first year that I gave a shit. I had never cared before about the stock market. But Graham Stephan said you should get this, and I read some audiobooks at work that were like, how great are index funds, you know? So I did put money in index funds. I recommend it. Like, index funds are the easiest way to invest, and you don't have to do anything. You can have it set up automatically, so it just like bills you and buys the stock automatically, and it's so easy. Like, if you're, no matter how old you are, you can do index funds, and it's like 10% is what you should expect back every year. And it's like, that's such a good idea, right? Just give them your money. They give you back more every single year. Robinhood investments, I can go over that with you in a minute. This 401k, I worked at 2 different colleges, and that's what they give you for part-time teachers. It's just like a 401 alternate, and it's just index funds. It's the same as Charles Schwab, except this one, I think they work the same actually. If I withdraw from them before I retire or whatever, I have to pay taxes on them. Let's see, then credit. So this year, I paid off this credit card. See, at the end of the year, now it's not $9,000, now it's $88, which is so much better. I think that's just like my insurance payment is made on this card and nothing else. I don't carry this card with me. I keep it in my closet in a box. This card, my Quicksilver card, I use to balance transfer everything that was on the Chase that I could. I think it was $6,000. I transferred it over to this Quicksilver because it had a low fee. And this $99 is probably a gym membership that I got. I know. It was 2020 and it was post-COVID. Like, it was after March in 2020, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have a gym membership. Great idea. Obviously I don't do that anymore. And here's my Citibank card. This is the one that I use now. I use this Citibank card for all of my expenses, like day-to-day stuff. But even this card, I try to keep it locked. Like, on the app it's locked. And then I don't take it with me when I go out. That way I'm not spending any money. My loans, I didn't make any payments to any of my student loans this year. And that's because they're only like 5%. I think one of them is 5% and the other ones are like 2%. It's this big one though. The bigger one has the bigger interest rate, and this is what I think I want to work on next. But I also kind of want to get money to buy a duplex or something, so I'm not sure. Then my car, it's old. My parents gave it to me. Love it. This Yada Bank, it's weird, and I was just experimenting with it. I don't recommend it. So this was my first. I got a free stock from signing up for Robinhood, and then I deposited some savings because I was like, I'll get more interest here. I bought 10 shares, and I guess I bought more and more, and I just spent all of that money. I got some dividends. I deposited again in December, and that looks like it for last year. Yes, I did buy in to the AMC craze. Do not judge me. So how I buy stocks here is, like, first I was just like, oh, you know, Roku, I like that. I like that. I like that. Like, things that I use and that I like. Then I did, like, oh, this one's a Florida business, or like, this one's a Japanese business, this one's in Korea. Like, I wanted some interesting, different stuff, if that makes sense. I have cryptocurrencies, altcoins. I don't know why. I just wanted to buy some. I try to, like, keep it balanced. Like, if I were to buy stocks now, I'd probably buy just from the lowest sector. That way I'm kind of like creating my own index fund. I'm not focusing too much on like daily trades or anything. Okay, so last year I spent $17,000. So I spent $6,372 on rent, and that is because I have an apartment, I pay rent. I spent $3,000 on groceries. I got an Instacart subscription like April because of coronavirus, and I didn't want to go to the store and risk getting it there. I spent a lot on restaurants because of like Uber Eats, but I'm not as bad as some people I know. I had to spend money on home improvement. This was like window tinting and furniture that I needed. This insurance is like car insurance. This automotive is probably, I had to get a tire. I got a used tire. This is actually a repair. I had to, like, my parents gave me my car, but I had to pay for new tags, and I got a custom license plate for it, so it was more expensive than it should have. Like, I honestly couldn't afford that. I should have bought just a regular license plate, but personal care, $484. Pet care, I ended up getting a betta fish this year, and I kind of got into the aquarium hobby, and that's expensive. Personal care, I got a haircut, and I spent money on a gym membership. Like, it was really satisfying, and I really liked it, but the coronavirus situation was like, when I started in August, it was kind of cool. There were like 2-3 people in each class, so it was like small class size, everyone spread out. But I left because so many people were in the classes, and everyone was so close together, and no one was respecting like masks or anything. So I just decided it wasn't the right thing for me. I spent $400 on clothing. Like, I regret these brand name purchases. Like, these shoes, I don't wear them. This, okay, I use it, but like, See, healthcare, I ended up spending $390 on like just random things that I needed that should have been covered through healthcare, and like I still owe money. So why did I get health insurance? I don't know. Like, getting health insurance just made me believe I could spend more money going to the doctor. Like, I went to the doctor like 4 or 5 times because I thought it's okay, I have health insurance. But no. Like, no. That's just, no. Entertainment, let's see. I used to go to the movies a lot. I actually had their like monthly thing, like get into the store at any moment. Like you go to the theater and you get free tickets, like 1 free ticket every day or something. I bought Animal Crossing, some other games, more video games, and just some random stuff at Citrus Park Mall. Utilities, $360. Business. I had a lot of business expenses. So we haven't gotten to income yet, but I'll break it down for you. Basically, in order to achieve my goal, I got a job full-time working as a cash posting associate at a pharmaceutical company. And then I also was working for colleges teaching English. And then on top of that, I decided to tutor English online. And once COVID happened, you know, classes switched to online and the college's enrollment went down. And they didn't need as many teachers, so most of the part-time teachers were not asked to come back. So that online tutoring thing really became my second job. But I also got another job working at Dairy Queen, which was very difficult to like get off of work and then have to drive to Dairy Queen and work from like 8 in the morning to 10 at night. But I did that for like a month or 2 and decided to focus more on online tutoring. And some of the expenses are like, I tried to hire someone that would help me get more profiles, reach more students online. I bought like a good microphone and a good light so that way I could look more professional when I'm tutoring. I got this website, which is like an online booking website, and this was for their background check. So I did spend money on like trying to start my own business. Education. I spent money applying to PhD programs because I wanted to get into a PhD program, but that didn't work out. I wouldn't say it's a waste of money. I definitely like updated my CV so I can use that. Yeah, aquariums are like such a rich white hobby, and like I knew that, but I have a friend who's like a college student and he's always had tanks, and I thought like, oh well, if he has tanks and he's a poor broke ass college student like me, then I can do it too. Except I got into the hobby more and I learned like having these itty bitty tanks with these big fish in them is like not good. So I like bought a small tank like him, and I bought a fish, and then I was like, oh shit, like this isn't right. I need a bigger tank, and I needed more stuff to put in that tank to take care of the fish better. so it just, it just crept up on me. My phone bill, I spent $140 for the year, $152 on service fees, and general merchandise, home maintenance. So all in all, like, could I have saved money? Yes. Did I spend a lot of money? No. So last year, you can see, this is probably when I was working at Dairy Queen, right? It's like an income. So last year, this is what I made from like my regular accounting job, and this is what I made from tutoring online. Overall, I made $32,000. I spent $19,000, so I ended up making money, obviously. And that's how I ended up with a positive net worth. Like, well, okay, it's not positive anymore. Like, it's still negative $20,000, right? But it's much better than negative $40,000. And honestly, I see a lot that I could do. Like, I could definitely do more. Especially, I think, paying off my student loan. This one, if I could pay this off this year, that would be fantastic. Obviously, I don't know if it's possible or not, but overall, for 2020, I improved my net worth. I took on extra jobs to make more money. I invested money for the first time. I paid off my credit card debt. I got some good financial education from this guy and from this podcast. And I do have a few books I listen to. This book was really good. I really liked it. It helped me out. Helped me think about money differently. This book I did read. I didn't think it was that useful. I thought most of it Graham Stephan had already told me. This one, I think I started reading it. I'm not sure how I feel about it. This one, I hated. Did not like it. Yeah. This book, condescending. This book, I think I liked this book, actually. And overall, I feel pretty good about 2020. Financially, at least. Every other aspect of 2020 has been ridiculously difficult. But it's definitely changing the way I make money, think about money, spend money, talk about money, and hopefully you got some good resources or some inspiration.